Welcome back to GMP Scenario, presented by PharmaContentLabs.com, where we break down common GMP mistakes, inspection risks, and the small control gaps that turn into big observations.
All right, let's get right into it. We're going to talk about something that sounds really simple, but it can turn into an absolute nightmare for a company. I'm talking about the backup that wasn't. And this really is the core question, isn't it? I mean, you think you're safe, right? You've got backups running, but the real test, the only one that actually matters, can you get that data back when everything hits the fan? This is usually where the story starts. It's a phrase we hear constantly, especially in regulated spaces. Oh, IT said backups run daily. It's comforting. It feels like a box has been checked. The backups run like clockwork, every single day. So, we're all good, right? But then, quality assurance walks in, and they have this one simple but devastatingly powerful request. Show me the evidence. See, they don't care that the backup ran. They care if the restore works. They want proof. And that is the exact moment that your cozy assumption slams right into cold, hard reality. And yeah, in this story that plays out way too often, reality bites back hard. The test is run, and it's a complete failure. That data you thought was all safe and tucked away, it's just not there. Not in the way you need it anyway. And here's what's so tricky about this kind of failure. You don't get nothing. No, you get something even worse. A corrupted, totally incomplete record. On the left, that's the dream. That's what you're supposed to get back. Raw data, the metadata that explains it, and the audit trails that tell its story. But look at the right. That's the reality of the failed restore. You might get the raw data, but the metadata is gone, the audit trail links are broken. It's like being handed a puzzle with half the pieces just missing. So, let's be super clear. This isn't some minor technical hiccup. In the GMP world, this has a name. It's a data integrity failure. Plain and simple. If you can't prove without a doubt that your data is retrievable and complete for its entire retention period, your backup system is basically useless from a compliance standpoint. And that changes everything. This isn't just some IT help desk ticket that gets closed quietly. No way. This is a full-blown compliance failure. We're talking about serious business risk here. Okay, so what's the fallout? How bad can this actually get? Well, let's picture the highest stakes scenario, an audit. And the inspector is standing right there looking at you. Because this is their classic move. It's not a trick question, it's a real-world test. They'll point to some random batch record from months, maybe even years ago, and just say, okay, pull that up for me. The complete record, right now. They want to see you do it live, under pressure. And what happens if you can't? If you start fumbling around, or if what you pull up is that broken, incomplete mess we just saw, well, your credibility in that exact moment drops to this. 0. Absolute 0. And trust me, the rest of that audit is going to be painful. So what are they actually checking for? It's a 3-part test. First, availability. Can you even get the data? Second, speed. Can you get it fast? They're not going to wait all day. And third, maybe the most important, completeness. Is the whole record there? The data, the metadata, the audit trails, all linked and intact. You've got to nail all 3. No partial credit. All right, that's the scary part. That's the problem and the nightmare scenario. So how do we fix it? The good news is there's a really clear, straightforward way to make sure this never, ever happens to you. It really comes down to just 3 key steps. First, you define your requirements. Then you test them periodically. And finally, you document everything. Define, test, document. That's the framework. So let's dig into that a little. Step 1, define. And look, this can't be a copy-paste, one-size-fits-all kind of thing. You have to look at every single system, figure out its risk level, and then define what good looks like for backup and restore. Obviously, your super high-risk manufacturing systems are going to need way tighter controls than, say, a less critical system. Next up, step 2, test. Honestly, this is the absolute heart of the whole thing. You have to run restore tests on a regular basis, and this is the critical part. You can't just check if the raw data file is there. No, the test has to validate the entire package. The data, its metadata, and its audit trails. You have to prove the whole record is complete and actually usable. And last but not least, step 3, document. This is your paper trail. This is your proof for the auditors and for yourself. We're talking a whole set of documents here. Your backup plan, the test protocols, and, you guessed it, the actual test results. You also need your retention policy spelled out, a plan for what happens when a test does fail, because it might, and all of this should roll up into your big picture disaster recovery plan. And remember, any failure is a quality event. It needs to be handled and fixed properly. So, when you take that whole framework, define, test, document, it really all boils down to one simple, powerful idea. This is the golden rule, the main thing to remember from all of this. Look at the left. That's the trap. That's the easy, common mistake. Assuming, hey, the backup exists, we're good. But the right move, the only move that keeps you compliant and safe, is over on the other side, proving that the restore actually works. It's a huge shift in mindset, from just assuming to actively proving. And really, this is the one sentence I want you to walk away with. Backups without a proven restore, they do not protect your data. I mean, let that sink in for a second. They're just a false sense of security. They don't protect you in a way that matters to regulators, or frankly, in a way that matters to your business. Because at the end of the day, this is the bottom line. It's totally non-negotiable. Your data has to be retrievable and it has to be complete for the entire time you're required to keep it. Period. There's no wiggle room on that. So, I'm going to leave you with a question to chew on. Thinking about all this, what's the one untested assumption floating around in your system right now? What's that one thing everyone just thinks is working, but no one's ever actually proven? Because whatever just popped into your head, that's probably your biggest risk.
If this helped, like and subscribe.